Yeah, okay.
Just a mobile phone.
Yeah.
In that one.
Just show me the contents.
I was worried there because I thought shower.
Three more. So we've only got room for three more anyway.
Right.
What's in your trap? How do I
In here?
There's no pockets there at all. Okay, would you mind just turning around?
No.
Your blouse, okay. Alright, okay, so on this basis I'll take you in, thank you very much, yeah. So there's two spaces left now.
Who you want to be?
John.
So, okay, that's fine. And what, so no, wait a minute. So you've got any pockets? No problem. Okay, that's fine, thank you very much. Okay, that's two. And this gentleman's the last one then. So would you open your bag up for me, please, sir?
Keys.
Just let me see inside the bag, sorry, peek inside.
Just
Yeah, and show me the front pocket if you wouldn't mind.
just be drunk
Yeah.
and painkillers and all that.
Okay, and what's so you won't let me touch, I can't touch you, can I? Can I rub my hands?
Look, you can tell.
Yeah, it's not granted, I can tell, yeah. I can't see because it's got
That's
a big coat.
That's a tissue.
Okay. And what's in the coat there? Can I just check? Just mouth touch it?
Shallow pockets.
Yes, just tap it.
Shortage in shells tonight then.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much. So there's another one in. I think that's our numbers achieved.
Can I now ask you a couple of questions, please?
You probably could. Let me just get. Is everyone in?
Yes.
So that's all 20 people before.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good. And Tim's still in there, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Tim's doing that.
Good.
So these, unfortunately, we've got the overspill room.
Yes, do you want to come down to the overspill room and watch
Where
it?
is
Can
it?
I ask you a
On the
couple of
TV
questions,
screen.
Yes, you
please?
can indeed. Okay, let's go down the corridor then. Let's
Can we do it here?
I'd rather just do it in the corridor because it's noisy, isn't it? Let's just go down the corridor.
Not less noisy than what it was a minute ago.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? What a night. It's mad.
Well, you've created it, sir.
Well, so you say, but yes.
Well, you have.
Well, anyway, what are your questions?
First of all, when we first came here, there was no searching. Nobody was searched. We just walked straight in the building.
This was the
End of
2 months.
January.
Yeah,
End of
that's
January.
right, that's correct. Yeah,
And
I think it was because of that
Was
meeting.
there any problem? Was there any
I think
aggression?
that was when it started. I think some people felt awkward as a consequence of that meeting.
But the public came to a public meeting,
Well, the public came to a meeting, yes.
and so they felt awkward that the public was there at a public meeting.
There were things happened in the meeting that I think people felt uncomfortable with.
We've
It's
been
not the
back
public.
we've been back about 5 or 6 times since then, and each time we've submitted to a search. Have you ever found anything on any of us?
We have found, yes, we have actually. We found materials that could be used as part of a demonstration.
But you've never found any weapons,
No,
anything that
not
would be-
weapons I can recall. No, definitely no weapons. No,
There
definitely.
was a small pen knife.
Oh, a small penknife. Yeah, that's all. So no problems. We're not here to be awkward. We want you to come to the meeting. I promise you. My
We
mission's
don't
not.
think you really want us to come.
I promise
We
you. I
never-
do.
we
Even
never-
if you do, most of those in there
I
don't.
promise you, I've
Most
got
of
no
those in
agenda
there
here.
don't.
I really
They
haven't.
shouldn't
But
be
the point
annoyed at
is,
passionate
the point is,
people.
what's so objectionable to having photographs or posters?
Well, I don't make the rules up on that level. I don't know. I suppose the issue is it's just once the committee is a fairly formal process, and it's conducted in a certain way, and that's.
But we
that's it.
object to these searches. We object to this. We want some kind of system of objecting to it.
Okay.
And having the
Well,
objections seriously considered.
That's fine. I'm sure there are processes. If you go onto our website, colchester.gov.uk, there are processes in there where you can make complaints and raise concerns. You can, of course, also approach your local councillor. So you've all got ward councillors if you live in the city.
Who is in charge of the policy? Who can rescind the policy?
Well, rescind it. I guess that would. I don't know. I'm not able to answer that question because I'm not senior enough to know that one. So I don't know.
How many times before we came in January was anybody ever searched?
We did it occasionally in the past. Yes, we've always done it occasionally. I can't remember the details.
Well, the public are being denied attending a public meeting.
The polite.
Surely our right to attend a public meeting
Yeah.
comes across. I mean, you've never found any weapons, you've never found any. Oh, a little penknife maybe, but it was never juiced or flourished or anything.
Yes. I guess you'd have to have
Why
that
do we have to
conversation.
keep going through this search again and again when we've been here many times and there's never been a problem?
I don't know. I think you'd have to take that matter up. I would suggest what you do is perhaps raise that with your ward councillor, or write to the chief executive of the council. So put it in writing, raise this formally, because you really need to have this conversation with them.
And get it ignored formally.
Well,
That's all that happens.
No,
We'll
please.
just get
The trouble
formally
is, you're having all
ignored.
this conversation with me, and I'm only the operative.